All right, we're gonna go in about 3 minutes to get started. Let's see here. Just posted on Twitter. Told everybody about that. And let's see. Is everything working here? Let me refresh this. On some 528 hertz for a change. You know, some people like it, some people don't like it. You're not gonna always satisfy everybody, unfortunately, but it's okay. Let's see. I don't know if I like that one. All right, just a few more seconds here, guys. What's up, Karate? What's up, Alex? Massage spa music, yeah, 528 hertz, yeah. Yeah, you need the calming music, guys. You need the calming music. You need the relaxation. We're about to get started. Maybe one more second here. So, just give me one more second to. Figured to go live. I was almost gonna do a pre-recorded video for you, but figure, you know, why not? Let's go live here, and we should be good. So, appreciate you guys for showing up as always, and let's kind of get into the analysis. I'll put the 528s pretty quietly so it doesn't bother anything or anyone. And yeah, so the reasons that, you know, I didn't go long yet, or last night when we were hitting kind of, you know, these areas, or even this spiral line, is mainly, you know, I mean, maybe you could have got, if you really were really keen here, really were, what's the word, meticulous here, you could have got a little something, but I just don't think it's worth it in this environment. And the main reason is, when you're seeing these rare bearish signs here, you know, such as on the 9-day, you got the red dot in Huygens. I think on the 11-day on regulars, you have a red dot too. This doesn't come up very often, and especially above the zero line. Like last time we've seen a red dot above the zero line here was right here. You know, this is a pretty good indication of the top of the market. So, you know, you heard it here first, guys. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. We're going to repeat all of this. We're going down to 5K, like in early 2024. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully not. That'd be a nightmare. But he could come down a decent amount from this. Really, like if you wanted to kind of say we're going to repeat that trajectory you're looking at, yeah, like I drew out there, which I think is probably one of the more negative scenarios, like 11K, 12K more negative scenarios by that early. But I mean, with everything happening, who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's definitely possible. I think we're going to see probably 2 more yellow X's on the way down here in the 9-day, or really what you want to probably look at is potentially to the bottom, 2 more yellow, 2 to 3 more yellow X's down in this. So that would bring you down to, yeah, I think most likely we're going to make lower lows than here. That's what I'm kind of looking at. And then, you know, let's just look at the 11-day here. So, you know, in terms of, let's just see, like we're looking at like the last time we had a red dot above the 0 line. Okay, so here it was kind of almost a bear trap a little bit. You came back up, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be like that this time. Here, you didn't need to be looking for longs for a while. So that's the thing. I don't think, you know, maybe once this confirms, that's where we could look more to try to start longing again, potentially. Maybe, you know, once that confirms, that's what we're going to be looking for. And then, you know, 12-day not yet, but we're still going to see this too. You know, we're going to see a lot of more stuff going on here. 16, you know, you got to wait till this plays out. However, it depends. Like if we crash down quickly, which we might, I think Alex Becker tweeted about the possibility of that, and there are a lot of similarities there. There's a strong you know, argument to make for that right now. And, you know, coming down right there, I mean, the fun fact, let me show you something here, guys. Usually history doesn't repeat exactly, but if it's just like that, oh man, right to that area, and that's a huge area of support. So that'd be a tough call. It's like if we just jump down like really quickly, which you usually see more of a gradual decline at the end. Well, I mean, here, you know, these were both kind of capitulations down, so I kind of just ate my words real quick there. But, you know, I mean, seeing this, you're kind of like, that's a tough decision. Like, do you say this is the bottom, go all in, or do you try to wait? You know what I mean? That's the thing. And the thing, too, is like, yeah, 16-day coming out, 18-day, that's coming out. That could be the sweet spot when that kind of comes into the red. That's fun fact. That's what marked the bottom for the NASDAQ after. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you could be in a general downward trajectory. I mean, look at this. This weekly got it good right there. Yeah, that got it good. It took time, but that weekly, that got it good for that. Yeah, that gradual decline. I would think, you know, just curious about this. You know, if you see something of that nature. Oh man, that's into May, those areas. So doesn't look good. Yeah, it doesn't look good in that aspect, in these you know, type of aspects here. And let's see. We'll check Jimmy with the stimmy. So that's what we're looking at in the high time frames. The other thing too is this. I mean, monthly too is starting to look like crap, especially on. I mean, Heikkens too, but regulars. Is money flow starting to, you're going to see money flow starting to come back down here as well. So this isn't looking, you know, it's not playing out like, let's just look at this on, I wanted to show you guys this on the, on a chart with more data here. And yeah, it's not looking like it's going to play out like, you know, here or even this one. I mean, it could be more like this one, but the problem, you know, the thing with this one is this was right after more of a, you know what I mean? Hard to explain. Like this came down, but you already bottomed out. This could be like where it comes down and then it's more of an elongated type thing. You're going to come into the red here, I think, this time. And I've been saying this for a while. You're going to probably come into the red for the first time in the monthly. And that's when you do that. That could be the sweet spot. That's probably going to be after. I'm kind of thinking by the time that gets into red, that's a slower, but it's such a high time frame. I feel like that's going to be after we bottom out potentially. So yeah, and that's what I'm looking at in the monthly there. I just want to look at a few more of these things. So let's see. So Let's let's do some mid. People want to know what's going to happen right now. So obviously we're playing around with this spiral line right here. Usually here the pump looks pretty good, and then you're getting the 5-hour green dot. Now you could get the scalp out of this. I think most of the longs in this type of environment are going to be where you got to be very vigilant. You may get a little bit. You got to take those profits quickly, lock in those profits. You may be able to get a little bit, but I don't think it's really worth it in this environment. Not financial advice. And if we look at some of the lower time frames here, you're getting these big jumps up to like mess with the people who are trying to short the late shorts opening. But a lot of times in these environments, I've seen it time and time again. I could be wrong. It doesn't always happen this way, but it seems like you just keep rolling over a lot of times. I've seen this happen many times before. And the other thing too, where was it? Oh yeah, the 3-day, this confirms in 5 hours. The red X, I think this is a very overlooked thing on Market Cipher A that tends to give us a lot of good things here. And, look, I mean, a lot of good indications. It pretty much always works. This is down to 13.5. I know it's a low, scary number, but, it kind of, if it's like any of these, I mean, if it's like this one, and it could be, you see these drops down. They, right back to 17, 18K pretty quickly. Is the stream still frozen? The internet did cut out for a minute. Now it should be back up. Apologies for that. Let's see. Let's see. So that's what I'm looking at there. I'll try to answer some of your questions in a minute. I just want to get through Ethereum before I do so. Let's move on to Ethereum. So you got the spiral in right there. Big jump up, rejection off of it. Jump, cycle, 1370. I mean, I think I hit a first take profit. Yeah, by the way, guys, I've been killing it with the shorts in the exclusive Discord. We have a lot of swing shorts that are doing really well. I think I hit the first take profit for this swing short that's been for a while. 2 swing shorts on Bitcoin added to those. Those are doing well with profits locked in. That's a risk-free trade at this point. You can make a lot of money when you're just going in one direction in the market, especially adding to trades risk-free. And not financial advice, always risky, but if you guys are interested, link in the description below. Also, MEXC, there's a really good promo down there as well. And if you're in the US, Canada, Australia, or UK, you get $20 just for signing up. It takes about 10 seconds. You don't have to deposit to get the $20. You can use that to practice with the exchange. I mean, it's free money. Just use it to learn the exchange, I would say. Play around with it. Pretend it's 2 million. I don't know. But yeah, only with my link down below. There's also competition. It's very low fees. I think it's the best exchange to use right now. Really zero limit fees. Market fees are very low as well compared to the other exchanges. And yeah, you got a pretty good shot of winning $500 too if you sign up with my link. It's not really unlikely odds. And if you sign up to any of the exchanges down below with my link and deposit at least $100, I will give you 1 free month in my exclusive Discord. Just shoot me a DM on Discord with your UID or your email you used to sign up, and I will fix that up. Give me a day or two. Sometimes it takes a day or two to go in the system. But yeah, have patience. But I will give you the free month, or tag me in the Discord, So yeah, let's just see here. So sorry about the crazy clicking. I've been doing this for a while, so I'm just trying to find a time frame that has something significant I could show you. So the same thing as kind of Bitcoin here. This could be a big drop down to 1100 relatively soon. And I think on the macro, I mean, oh man, well, I wonder where this would bring us to. This would be case for capitulation in the next, it's still a few months away, but yeah. And then the weekly, this is going to confirm in 2 days, weekly the red dot. So I think in this type of environment, just nothing is really looking too much turning around. Now, I like what you're seeing a little bit on the 4 hour here, just like Bitcoin off of the spiral line. The thing is, though, it's if you really zoom in here, you're just rejecting from that area. And a lot of times here, I mean, over the weekend, you may see more boringness since you saw such a big move, more boringness for the next few days. But I think generally we will continue downward in the next week. And I think generally this Bitcoin will go down to 18, 17K, and this will gradually come down to 11K around. Let's see. Trying to short Bitcoin with a stop on 2,300 and take profit. Yeah, I don't really give full advice. I can't really give advice on that. It's kind of unfair. One, it's kind of unfair to the people paying in the Discord. I do have trades open there that I think have a good probability of winning. But I mean, what I think is that's kind of a tight stop loss, especially in a volatile environment like this. But we'll see. Um, my guess, 80 says, my guess is a slow bleed until quarter three, double bottom, or potentially a lower run. Yeah. So that's what kind of I think. If we don't see a big capitulation down, if we see more of a slow lead, kind of slow bleed, soft landing, that's what I would kind of say between somewhere 9 to 14K, most likely the higher end of that, 12 to 14K. Some people think we're in a pump. I guess it's possible to. I'd say more likely we just kind of go sideways here for a while, but a few days meaning well. What's my opinion on the weekend? Yeah, it's usually lagging, but what do you think? Which side are we moving on the weekend? Sideways bearish, probably. Yeah, probably the typical weekend pumpy dumpy type stuff, unless we just. In these environments, though, with the high time frames, sometimes you see more dumpage. You keep seeing it dump on the weekends. I'm thinking of short big stream frozen. YouTube, find out top G. Thank you. There's a red dot, very nice spot in the 4 or 5 minute one. It feels thick. Okay, let's look at that. So, yeah, I mean, you could try the red dot here on the. Let's actually look at that with the SPY. Yeah, I mean, would make sense. I think you'll probably be waiting a while for the outcome. I mean, stop losses. I'd probably be a little bit more lenient with that stop loss, probably above 20.5, but we'll see. And then try to come down more. What you could also wait for here is this one was, this confirms in 2 days. Maybe wait for this to enter a swing short. Wait till this confirms. So, yeah. Can you use MEXC? Yes. So you can use MEXC. You don't need a VPN. You could use MEXC, I think, almost anywhere without a VPN. In the United States, you could just sign up with my link down below, Jimmy with the stimmy. And it's not illegal or anything. It's just the regulators haven't even come in yet. So you're not doing any. You just the regulators have not came in yet. So yeah, here's my link down below. Can you deposit by sending XRP? I'm like 90-something% sure. I think they'll take anything. What's my opinion of Bitcoin dominance going down? Well, Bitcoin. So let's look at that. That's a very good question, because that hasn't popped as much as I kind of expected it to. That could be because people are putting money into stable coins. I'm willing to bet here that Bitcoin dominance, excluding stable coins, is probably continuing to go up. I think I have the ticker for that. I want to look at the one. I do have the ticker for that. I believe this is the one excluding at least the major stable coins. Let's see, what do I paste? Here we go. Oh, is this okay? I know how to. Okay, that's ETH dominance excluding stables. So this is Bitcoin dominance excluding stables, I think. And yeah, I mean, less data on it than the regular one. Even that's kind of going down, which is Yeah, it's surprising. I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's kind of weird. I think it will turn around though. I think once this kind of plays out a little bit more, I think we could be hitting the bottom for that soon. Yeah, you're right. It is weird. I don't know. And then if we wanted to look at, so the indicators I use are Market Cipher. I use Market Cipher. That's the only one I need. And then there's, fib levels and volume levels. That's pretty much it. If you want to get Market Cipher, we're doing a 20% discount. Link in the description below. With my link, use the code BEARCUP20. Details are down below. Usually it's only 10 or 15% off, so good deal right now if you want to get Market Cipher. It's my favorite indicator. I really like it. So yeah, been using it for years. Kava, sure. Curious about some of these. Okay, so yeah, I think similar to Bitcoin, I think you're going to see at least kind of 2 more yellow X's on the way down here to potentially a lower low. I mean, some of these, when you're getting into these lower market caps, can go to zero. It's getting a little pump. Don't ask me why. I don't know. But yeah, I think in that monthly, can I confirm in 21 days? Looks a little bit better in some other things, but in this environment, would I be going long on some random altcoin? No. I think it's generally going to come down. What's up, David? So I wanted to look at the Nasdaq's getting pelted too, it looks like. Ooh, oh man. And this is kind of indicative of, as I was predicting here, and I talked about in Discord, I talked about in a lot of other places, that the 2-day, 2-day, look at right there, that trajectory, and I think it's not going to be as forgiving as that one. Finally going to play out more. We could come down to in the next couple months, or even by the end of the month. It's probably worst case scenario, but 10K, right back to 10K potentially. So yeah. And then I think that monthly is going to roll over. And we're going to get a red dot. And then maybe the next green dot after this will give us what we need. Or maybe if it's like the S&P 500 in 01, it's the following green dot after that. So we need 3 green dots. Yeah, market cipher you use for everything. Yeah, scalp trading too. So let's see, really good exchange. If you guys are new, I would highly recommend it. Really good investment. Never regretted spending money on market cipher. Blood diamond right there, yeah. And if it's like that, that's probably more of a forgiving type of, right to the bottom of that range or whatever, 11K, yeah, I mean, still decent drop down. I mean, where would, it's still 12% down. Yeah. And then I wanted to look at obviously let's look at the S&P 500. We're dumping right now a little bit, right? Yeah. This could be the trajectory downward more. We are hitting the fib level, but that's not, I think we could just push through. It's coming down. Let's get, how are this? I like the ticker on CNBC because you can see real quick. Housing, real estate's coming down. So everything's starting to face reality here. This regular housing sales are down. 400 points down. I mean, it's 2 days, 3 days in a row. It seems like almost every day now we've been seeing 400 or 500 points down. David Torres, when do I suggest going back in for alts? 6 to 12 months, maybe end of year or early next year. When Bitcoin down, this is over 50%. So let's say down this much, NASDAQ down 200 points, that's significant. Yeah, just kind of standard as predicted on market cipher. And unemployment is rising too, so we're getting into the recession, we're getting into that stagflation. Inflation's still bad. I know CryptoFace was talking about, what was it, sugar last night? I've never looked at sugar, so let's take a look at this. Man. So yeah, monthly on sugar. And I think as you finally get into the recession, this is gonna come down. You get the big bearish div, and that finally brings you down a good amount. I mean, this was COVID. So yeah. And then I'm curious how like oil is holding up in all of this. Down, okay, so it's kind of as expected, kind of down. And then, oh man, what was the other? Yeah, gold we want to talk about. Tom Crown was talking about this. Shout out to Tom Crown. How it's been kind of the only thing that's going up, which is kind of a good sign for it, which is kind of what I've expected it to, continue to outperform the S&P 500. Let's be real. Let's be real. No one's really going to get rich on probably gold, but you could outperform the S&P 500 for probably the next 3 to 5 years at least, maybe the next 10 years with gold. Silver too. We're getting a little jump back up. Silver got a hard hit, but silver is more volatile. I wouldn't be surprised if you come in the next couple months, come back up and make new highs here. 25 wouldn't surprise me too much. And then you look at this is a nice bounce off of 20. And so yeah, let's see. Opinion on Crow. CRO. Now looking at the ooh. Let me try to create Coinbase or no KuCoin, excuse me. Yeah, so I mean, as I've been talking about, guys, doesn't look good by any means. This potentially probably has. I mean, The exchange tokens don't have that much utility, like Cell token, like FTX token. There's not that much utility there, and there's just not too much, there. Oh, you're asking me about Silicon. They halted trading on that, so it's hard for me to say. It doesn't look good though. Let's see, but yeah, this could go to zero. This could go to crypto.com could be in some trouble. They've proved everyone wrong so far, but can they survive the next leg down lower than 15K? Maybe, maybe not. I want to look at BNB. It's probably finally starting to get hit. That looks bad on the 2-week. Little trigger wave right there. That could be a blood diamond too. Especially if you come down more, take on target right there. This I think is going to get hit hard. Nothing is going to, because you got the, if you were compared to kind of this trajectory, you could go down to 100, guys. Maybe more like this. I mean, this could go down a lot, and then I'm just curious about this trajectory. Yeah, 100 by the end of summer, maybe. That'd be a good place. I should go short on this. I don't know if I am. Matic, yeah. So let's look at Matic, and then we could look at Airweave. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate you guys. And okay, so Matic right now. Let's look at it on a one with more data. So Matic right now in the 2-week, that's about to kind of give you a red dot. The weekly just confirmed a red dot. I want to look at like the highest time frame that's has one, which is probably the 10-day. That looks bad in all sorts of ways. I mean, this was a little bit of a bull trap, but I think it's kind of going to play out. More of that trajectory is going to play out. And I mean, if we map it out like this, 16 cents by August. Oh man. I don't know about that low, but I do kind of think you will test these lows, 35 again. Probably best case scenario 50. I'm just curious because a lot of these do go down. I mean, that's only a 94. A lot of them do go down, 94, 95% from all-time highs. So that's going to be, if you do say that. And for the people asking me, when to buy alts, probably here. Probably later this year or early next year is probably the sweet spot for alts. After early next year, that may be where it's a little bit too late, but you probably could wait a little bit longer depending. I mean, but that's where I'm looking. Let's see. Airweave. Which crypto do I hold? I hold Bitcoin. I hold a little bit of ETH. I hold a little bit of Atom. That's the only ones I have right now. Let's see. And then red dot. Red X. I mean, if it plays out like that, red X. Yeah, I mean, this is my trajectory, $4. This already, and you got to think about it, all these people are so freaking bullish on this. It already lost all that rally is gone, guys. Look at the whole rally, just gone. All this crap gone, blood diamond galore. What were some of the other ones? I'm not paying Wendell to say that, guys. Thank you, Wendell. I really appreciate it. I'm not always right in the Discord. But a lot of people have liked it. So, yeah. I think it's a really good. I added some new. I'm trying to keep it more organized. So I added new tabs for a new tab for macro stuff, and I give you kind of all the techniques that I'm looking at, the DCA strategies that I'm looking at for macro. So it's not, I don't want to make it just exclusive to people trying to leverage trade. There's a lot of good resources for long term too, and I think it's important, especially in this environment where we're, I don't think we're at the bottom yet. I don't think we're at the best accumulation phase yet, but we're getting close to it. We're definitely not far. Not far meaning we're, worst case scenario it's probably in a year from now, but best case scenario probably 3 to 5 months. So yeah, so check that out if you're interested. Yeah. So my sentiment's been pretty similar. Yes, my sentiment's been pretty similar. Not feeling what you are. Yeah, my sentiment's been pretty similar. I think I just didn't call this big bear market rally as well as I would have liked to. But I mean, you didn't really. I mean, now we're below. Now we've lost a lot of all. I mean, look at some of these altcoins that this one didn't crash too much yet, but it looks like it's going to a lot more. Like Veracity, I mean, only up 125% now. I'm just looking at like all these things, freaking, even like just, I mean, a lot of these dumped quickly, guys. Yeah, look at it, already halfway down, Blood Diamond on the 10 day. We've never even seen this before. First rare bearish sign, Blood Diamond on the 10 day. And then weekly red X right there. Ooh. I mean, I guess maybe it's like that, but I mean, most likely it's going to be more. Most likely it's going to be, you know, like this. That's a trajectory somewhere around there. And then, you know, if this is crash time, I don't know if it is, but crash to 13, 15 cents, something like that. 50 below. A zero on gate. We could try. I don't like to look at really, really low market cap stuff, but sure. Oh, on gate, you said? Weekly, not good. Pretty bearish in my view overall so far. Yeah, not good on the macro. These are a little bit harder because less data. Gala, did we look at Gala already? I want to look at, we'll look at Gala real quick, then I'll look at Filecoin. The red X there, oof, I mean, yeah, I mean, it could be somewhere around that trajectory. That's my main kind of prediction. A lower low into, you know, July if it's more of a slow bleed down, or if we just crash or something, then it would be quicker. Let's look at Filecoin because there's some decent fundamentals behind that one. But Airweave is similar, I think, right? Or there's one, or is it Render? There's one smaller cap that's similar that could be more bang for your buck. This looks as bad as possible, kind of with the weekly. Very gapped RSIs. I think it could be something of, yeah, this was around for a while. I forgot how long this was around. I thought for some reason this came out like in 2021 or something, but no. I know the Winklevoss like this. So if it's like this, that's a double bottom. I think you'll get to at least there, maybe make a lower low. There's a possibility this already bottomed. It depends. Definitely depends. Cosmos, yeah. Adam is actually I like Adam a good amount. Never married an altcoin though. I like how you could stake it on Exodus and earn a lot with it, but I don't know if that's a good enough reason to really like it. Looks terrible right now. You know, I think it's continue to go down, and potentially make lower lows. My kind of guess is around $5. You know, between high twos and mid fives, somewhere around there. I think that's a good accumulation phase. You know, if you could get to summer, if you just make it, wait to put all your money in until summer. ILV, let's take a look at that. ILV. I remember this one. I made actually a good amount of money I went long at like a 500 or 1,000, cashed out towards the top. I think I did well with this one. That was a nice trade. That looks bad. I think you're going to probably make lower lows. This was probably one of the ones that could go to zero. GRT? You like everything else, man. Just based on this, I don't have to look at anything else. Just look at this exact path. Like I'm not saying it's going to repeat all the way down like that, but I mean this trajectory definitely can. This is what I'm kind of thinking for a lot of these alts. Repeat the trajectory down, then enter to kind of the depression phase in mid to later this year. That's where it's probably the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Um, let's see. Aptos. Let's see. Too new. Looks bad though. Render. Yeah, RNDR. This is the one that pumped like crazy. Yeah, with the. Yeah, this is the one that went crazy, 400%. But now we're all the way back down there. Now we're hitting this point. Thing with this is that you confirm the weekly, or the 10-day. I don't know, man. Not looking too good. I think you come right back down. Maybe make a lower, like everything else, kind of a lower low into the middle to late this year. But some of these really pumped. I mean, I see what you're looking at here, yeah, because you're seeing, this does look kind of good. You're seeing kind of, well, it's not a bullish div, but you're getting a reaction off of the area. You're getting a reaction off of the area. Phantom. Phantom is one I'm short on, I think, yeah. Big drop down, looks terrible on the weekly. 10-day red dot. I mean, this one's got a lot of room to come down. I think this could come down to 2 cents or something. We'll see, though. Because there's not much to latch onto if you lose 16 cents. Could go to 0, but we'll see. Rain. Yeah, so let's just see what's happening right now for Bitcoin. So we're getting a little jump, which is, we're consolidating. Maybe forming, what I think we could be forming is, what the traditional TA guys is like kind of a bear flag, bear pennant, bounce around here into Saturday, Sunday or something, and right down the 15. No. But, here 18. These pockets somewhere around here. And, yeah, I'm back, Tim Collar. I'm back. You wouldn't have been billed for the month I took off. I paused the billing. How's the let's just see how the ticker here down 3. Okay, so we're coming up a little bit. We may have seen the worst of what we'll see today, and then come up a little bit for the next 2 hours, or be more kind of sideways. I mean, it is a Friday. The Silicon Valley thing is, I'm surprised it's not even, yeah. Bank went down. This is scary stuff. I mean, it is a good argument for Bitcoin, obviously, but problem is you get the same, people don't realize, the difference. A lot of people don't understand self-custody and stuff like that. That's the issue. But yeah, let's look at the Silicon Valley bank stock, whatever probably coming up a little bit right now, yeah. No, that's silver. What is it? SIV? No, that's BR. Silicon. Oh, SI Bank. This? Is it that? Yeah, I think. Yeah, they paused trading on this. The monthly doesn't look good by any means. I mean, it's like they're bankrupt, right? I mean. Why do I use Heiken-Ashi? It's smoother, especially in higher time frames. Lower time frames doesn't really make a difference. But yeah. Yeah, ultimately, I think you're in a form kind of a bear pennant and continue down. The thing, too, let's talk about more of the bullish case. I feel like I don't talk about the bullish case sometimes enough. What could happen here, guys, is I think you potentially could see maybe bounce back to 22 or something, 21, 20. This kind of, if the bullish case does kind of play out there. or see, 22. You could see a bounce back there, and then you continue downward. That would be enough to, you know, screw out the people shorting. How long for a market to close? Was it 2 hours, 2.5 hours? 2 hours, 15 minutes. So, yeah. And then let's take another look at the S&P 500. And yeah, this is coming down. You're going to get that red dot pretty soon. You could get that in, yeah, 20. You could get that within this month. And that's going to be kind of, even in terms of the, kind of like this one right here. Very similar to that. You just came down lower. All of these were, if you go back to like 73, which people compared to this, yeah. And then, yeah, I mean, either something like that or something more like 01 kind of there. I mean, we're not in the grays for the EMAs there yet, but I think we will be. Yeah, a lot of people are going to get crushed here, I feel like. Because if you're right there, that's a bad trajectory down. I mean, that's like here. I mean, yeah. I think we're going to lose. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the next few months, you're probably... This could get rough, guys. This could get rough. Because that's coming down, the VWAP's coming down there. Yeah. 3,800, I mean... The thing is, when they would probably have to admit we're in a recession is, you know, kind of... You make a lower low here into the next month or two. I think everyone's going to be saying we're in a recession. That's what I think. Tim Collar, I think it's going to be choppy sideways for the weekend or a dump. I don't think we're going to get a pump. So I'm kind of thinking. Now, I do have some really good, like Wendell was saying, in the exclusive Discord. If you guys are interested, link in the description below for Discord. Also, let me, for anybody tuning in, really good promo with MEXC down below. MEXC is probably the best exchange to use right now, especially if you're in the US, Canada, Australia, UK, because their regulators haven't got to them yet. You're completely fine to use it without a VPN. There's no issue with that. And yeah, and if you sign up to any of those exchanges and deposit at least $100 and let me know, shoot me a message on Discord with your UID or your email, I will give you 1 free month in the exclusive Discord. So yeah, let me know to check that out. And then, yeah, MEXC has really low fees. No limit order fees and market order fees are really low. So, yeah, it is a good exchange. So check that out. I'd recommend using it. But always move your money all around. I mean, we saw what happened with FTX. We saw what happened with Voyager. We saw what happened with Celsius. Nothing's 100%, but I think they'll be okay. Hopefully. What's up, Akul? Shout out to Akul. Appreciate you, man. What do you think? What do you think? Can we get a pump here? Pump to 22K, or we continue down to 18K? That's what people are that's a big thing people are kind of thinking here. I mean, the main case for the pump right now, I think I drew it out. Yeah, this trend line kind of. Yeah, this trend line right here, if you're, yeah, and then that's right around 22. Maybe you hit it here, hit it there. Maybe right there. That would mess with a lot of people. Bulls would get some steam. Could happen. Not saying it can't. But I think a lot of times what we've seen in these scenarios, the weekly, looking how that's looking with everything, I mean, it looks like it'll... MEXC does not require VPN. No. You can mess around. You get $20 free if you use my link, and if you're in the US, Canada, Australia, UK, you could get $20 free. Use that to just practice with the exchange, learn the exchange, pretend it's more than 20, mess around with it. Takes like 15 seconds to put your email in and sign up, so check it out. 9K. Maybe a little bounces in the cards, but enough for this if I reports on the lines of Fed, but accumulate for scalp longs. Okay. So if we were to do, let's just look at that. If we were to do a scalp long, yeah, you'd probably want to wait. Maybe if you get the trigger wave here on the hourly, I could see that being possible. And yeah, here too, trigger wave on the 30, I could see it bringing us up, but I don't think you're going to see much happen over the weekend. I mean, if you do, I think it's probably that standard choppiness. That 15 looks kind of good here. I mean, you hit the double spiral lines right there. I mean, you did come down a lot. It would make sense to pump up a little bit. So yeah, don't need a VPN for any exchange in the Netherlands. We only cannot leverage trade on BITGET. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, you guys have more freedom over there. I think that the other they're straight because the UK made it, so you need a VPN now for BITGET, I think. So some of them are making it tougher, but yeah, or some of those countries just don't really care. And yeah. So okay, Nasdaq's still down. So I wanted to look at NDQ SPX because this, as I've been predicting, this has been, I think will continue to really come down here. Yeah, that's gonna roll. This looks like freaking NDQ versus USD, but yeah, this needed one more here. I think you'll probably bottom out around, I don't know if it could bleed that much. Let's see. Yeah, you could bleed another 20-30%, I think, potentially. Kind of just sideways with SPX there through that period. But then after, yeah, in the crash, you really, wait a little bit, but basically smooth sailing. I mean, let's just see. Yeah, I think that's going to make ETH really continue to bleed against Bitcoin as expected for the next 6 months or so. Tezos, nobody's asked me about that in a while, man. Is this like go to 0 or something? I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. I think this one's one of the ones I have a feeling could go to 0 here. It doesn't look good there. So yeah. How's Doge holding up? Breaking out the wedge. So you have the red X on Market Cipher, and I mean the last one didn't give you, it brought you down, but didn't give you too much. Let's see this red X on, that was confirmed on the weekly. Let's see it. Is it on the 10-day too? Ooh. So last time you saw that, okay, it's the same thing there, but yeah, I mean these were both kind of a little bit of traps, but you still did come down. Interesting. But if you look at the weekly's a little bit different. If it's like this, oh man, I have a feeling 3 cents into July, that could be a bottom for Doge. 3 cents. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like this all over again, but who knows? 2 cents. I'm kind of thinking 3 cents. I don't know. The thing too is, yeah, you already, maybe 2 more green dots in the monthly, we'll see. ETH Bitcoin looks bullish. I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe for the very short term or something. I think macro ETH Bitcoin does not look bullish for the next 6 months. Yeah, jobs market came up. Yeah, they're gonna do 50 basis points. I think maybe could be wrong. I mean, who the hell knows? But I think usually the betting odds get that one right. Shiba, oh god, it's still a big. Yeah, I mean it's still a big one. Shiba's still a big deal. Weekly red down there. I don't know. I think you're going to at least come down to this area, maybe even farther. That's what I'm kind of thinking for that. Let's see. Buy in May at 10-12K bottom. It's going to happen, I think. Okay. Okay. There's ways I've been mapping it out for that, Aquil. There's ways I've been mapping it out for that. That would be, let's look at that. I think is that the way, that might have been, hold on. Yeah, because, well, where was it? If we repeat, where the frick, why am I not, was it 11-day or something? Regular candidate, red dot there. I mean, if it's something like this, let's say, that's probably what you're looking for. That's 2K. What? No, okay. No, neither. Okay, we gotta be on logarithmic to do for this to work. Yeah, it was kind of this red X to here. That would probably give you exactly what you're looking for. If that's the next candle or whatever. Yeah. But there were like other ways I was mapping it out compared to like the here. You know, from, if we do this, generally from the top there, this would be later, but it's probably the same kind of, a little later. So yeah. Buy in May at 12K. If it goes down to 2K, I think you got a dead asset there. I don't think it's gonna go that low. I think if we're staying under 9K, under 10K, under this area for a while, not coming back up for weeks, I think you may have a dead asset on your hands. Peter Schiff was right. Again, I don't think that's gonna happen, but we'll see. Bottom in August, September makes sense. I mean, I guess you could do it without making new lows. I think you kind of have to make new lows, though. Do I think 15, 16K was the bottom? Probably not, man. Probably not. I think you're going to at least come back. I mean, it's just look at some big places. I mean, we normally always bottom at a, major, weekly moving average. This one is currently at like 14, 15K. That's lower. The 500 I think is bigger. 500 weekly moving average. That's like a bigger. It's not going to come up on that time frame. And this one it will. Yeah. There. If you hit it there. If you hit it in May, let's see. That's 12K. If you hit it in May, a cool is pretty. That would be 12K. Maybe some wicks below. I mean to 11K, but. You hit it there, that could be a potential bottom, yeah. I mean, keep in mind, Bitcoin does normally bottom out before the S&P 500. So if the S&P 500 bottoms in, let's say, I don't know, September, August, yeah, I could see it bottoming in May. So yeah. And then, let's see, so yeah, that's at that point. Can we go to 600 weekly moving average here? I don't think that, ooh. That's interesting. We do, okay. Probably definitely not the 7, but on this, in this time frame, you could probably, definitely not the 7, but let's look at the 600. Fun fact, the NASDAQ went down to like the 800 or something crazy. I don't think it would go down there, but let's just get a little estimate of where this would be at in that amount of time. So it is starting to kind of, with that pump, come up a little bit. This is a little bit hard to kind of predict, but I don't know, something like this maybe. And then let's see, that would be 10K, that would be right at 10K in May, this pocket. And then if you hit it later in the, that's going to be around somewhere between 10K to 12K, the whole area like there. Maybe you hit that, I mean. We're curious too about, let's just see, I remember because if we go on the weekly here for the NASDAQ and we put on, I don't know, like, I know, what was it, the 800 that it bottomed out after the .com bubble? Let's look at that. So the 800, imagine if you test that again, that'd be wild. But the 800, it went below it in a way, but the 800, that was kind of that low. I'm curious about, like, I'm just curious about where everything was. Oh, it was the 900. It was the 900 and just started, so, I don't think it's going to be, it's going to be, this just started there, kind of like, but if it's the next one, if it's a 700, that's lower. If it's a 700 that doesn't exist yet, but probably will, maybe in a few months, that'd be 9,000. That would be the case for this place. So, yeah, I don't see it going under 9K. I don't see it going under this area. That's why I kind of think 93.65 is kind of the worst case scenario. I don't think it could go under there. That's what I kind of think. I think anything between like 10, 14K is like the real sweet spot here. Also, I think the real sweet spot is going to be 2 weeks after this red dot confirms, and this confirms in the red. I'd probably wait for the red dot or whatever here too. But yeah. Also, we're looking at, I mean, these would be good buy DC opportunities 3 week when that comes in. It was the 18-day that gave you the bottom on the Nasdaq Futures.com bubble. So this would give us, this could be in May. Yeah, that could be that. That would be like what Akul is saying. I think there's a strong argument to make there, Akul, if you're still there, if you're still listening. I think you could be right. Let's see. Have 4 credit cards, only one. It's crypto fund. Yeah, they don't let. Yeah, the credit cards don't let you buy crypto anymore. If they did, it was high fees. It wasn't even worth it. What did I do in the 1 month off? I was traveling in Mexico for part of it. I did a meditation retreat. What else? Moved into this apartment. Still not done moving in. There's a lot of stuff to do, man. I'm glad I took it off. It was a lot. Mayday. I think you might be right, Aquil. I almost think it's a little bit too early, but I think you might be right. We'll see. I mean, that's kind of, imagine we just keep crashing, because that would kind of be a straight hard landing down. Bitcoin to 10K then, where would this be in May if that does happen? Here, something like this probably, 31, and then that could be a potential bottom, maybe. Almost too good to be true, but maybe. How low can ETH go? It's a good question. I think ETH could end up somewhere between here and here. So around 600 is my main kind of target. If Bitcoin goes to 10K, let's say in May, where would ETH be then? Probably 5, this area, 5. I don't think it would go too much below that, but yeah. Probably would bottom out with Bitcoin. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at right there. $10K this month. 50%. So that's the same. I mean, if you're looking at, the only thing that would really tell you that is the 2 week. If you get a blood diamond here similar to that'd bring you to 10, 9K. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but I don't think that's a likely scenario. But it could be, with everything going on, maybe. The big question, then is like, is that the bottom? Do you buy like crazy at 10K? And I think the answer is probably to at least try to trade it, get up, ride the pump up. But is that could be a false bottom, and then you come down a little bit lower in the later in the next year. I think, the farther down we go in the short term, in the next month or two, makes it more likely that the low in May to September, or May to the end of the year, is going to be lower. So hopefully it doesn't go that low. I'm going to be I'm going to scratch my head. I'm not going to be sure what to do if it goes that low. Yeah, 15 cents, 12 cents for ADA, somewhere around there. Let's see. Bitcoin falling. Hmm. 6 hour, that's a 6 hour, 500 moving average. You do have the, right around 19 is a 300 weekly, so that's a big place, and also the spiraling pocket. I think you'll, down here, this is also this is probably going to give you something right around there, high 18s. By the time you hit it, it'll probably be up to, no, that's a while. So let's look at Solana too. That's one I wanted to, obviously one that pumped up like crazy in the rally, but now you've lost a lot of that. Now you're back down a good amount. I mean, and you got the red X. You got the red X, guys. I mean, this would be a bottom and double bottom in April or something. And well, yeah, that's like the end of the month. I don't think it's gonna be that quick, but yeah. I mean, let's look at the. Oh, I did not notice that. It's probably not on regulars, but still not on Heikkens, but still. Let's look at the Binance chart. There's more data. Yeah, they bring it down. First time we saw that, so not looking too good, guys. What I look at is if you buy a 10K, 15K, 20K, etc., still going to get a great entry for the halving pretty soon. Yeah, I think it's more about just following the things in Market Cipher. I do have it all laid out, like the strategy of how many months you should DCA and all that type of stuff, not financial advice, but what I'm going to do for the DCA and based on the strategy, it's in the exclusive Discord, so yeah, guys, check that out if you're interested. Yeah. So let's see. And the 2 week is turning red on Heikkens. Is the monthly turning red yet? Not yet. That's probably going to turn red soon on Heikkens. And AVAX, yeah, I want to look at that. Hate to say it, but I kind of feel like you could go down this low. Maybe not, hopefully not, but yeah. I mean, the 4, okay, so we confirmed the red X there. Oof. Matic could be something like that. 3, or AVAX, yeah, that would bring it down there, guys. This could be a good swing short. I mean, weekly just confirmed. Ugh. I think it's going to be like kind of sideways weekend. Maybe you could fit in some type of scalp, but I don't know how high you're going to get. I mean, maybe you could rattle some people, come up to 20, back up to 22 or something, but I don't think. Yes, that is true. That one. Super cycle theory, I think we kind of already nullified that a while ago. All crypto winner in 2023, yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of staying. Cash, I mean, gold, silver are pretty good. I can't guarantee those will, outperform the S&P or outperform the U.S. dollar, but I do think there's a high probability next 3 to 5 years they outperform. They outperform the S&P 500. I do think that if you look at gold, Bitcoin, this is a good one to look at. I like the weekly green dot there. I do think you might be able to outperform Bitcoin until potentially October, towards the end of the year. This is more of an elongated type thing. It could be quicker if Bitcoin crashes. It depends how much Bitcoin crashes, but I think another 100% potentially. So if Bitcoin crashes, another, I don't know, gold goes up a decent amount, Bitcoin crashes another like 40% or something, or 50% even, you get 100% increase here. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Yeah. Let's look at a few other, like the Dixie. This is probably going up. Yeah, not even. Yeah, so now you're just, well, it's on a very upward trajectory. I think it will continue forward. 8-day green dot. I think the 10-day is giving us one. Yeah. Trigger wave up to there. There's a lot to take into account. Bitcoin hasn't seen a recession yet. So NFTs too. I think like altcoins, it would be a good time to get in maybe some of the blue chip ones towards the end of the year or whatever. Going on the entire bull run. It's last cycle, but yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. I mean, I think when a lot of people kind of start to admit Peter Schiff was right or whatever is when we kind of hit the bottom. That's probably going to be summer, at least a few months from now. As social risk continues to decline, it seems like the bottom, based on like a lot of social risk metrics and stuff, is going to be like at least May, June, the earliest. You know, latest could be towards the end of the year, that big pocket. I think that's the main DCA area, probably from May to like December, January, something like that. I mean, what is that? That's 8-month period. Appreciate the follow. So yeah. What are we doing? We're pumping a little bit here. So I mean, hourly could give you potentially what you need here. You're going to be waiting some time, you know, for that. I mean, maybe you come up to here for that scalp long. We'll see. I mean, in terms of traditional markets, down about 300 points. Nasdaq, that, yeah. I mean, we're in a bearish trajectory now. We're not in like that bullish trajectory we saw before for, you know, we're in that more bearish trajectory. So it's a difference. New car silver. Wow. Above sticker price. So the car inflation of cars is still high. Oh my God. They're selling the MSRP that much above? Oh my God. I thought usually you could get it for MSRP. Wow. Porsche Taycan. That's the electric car. Wow. Nearest, okay, so the best deal is theoretically Chevy Mount. Yeah, no, cars no one wants. Yeah. Well, Silverado, some people like. Interesting though. So used cars are still, or new cars even. And then the thing too was, it's like a Fox Business. I actually wanted to look at some of the, yeah, let's look at like Apple, Amazon, those. Because they are down today, I believe, right? So weekly, RedX confirm, ooh. Oh, Lord. Oh, man, this could be a really good short right here. Oh, man. Ooh, right, that trajectory. And then if you do that, I mean, yeah, it's one of these kind of, it's going to come down to freaking $60. Yeah. New Mustang. Everybody likes the new Mustang, the electric one, right? Why is gold going up and others going down? I think silver is going up a little bit. So that's what happens in recessions, but man, that's gold goes up. You know, people start buying gold. It's just in one, inflation, two, people start selling, you know, they're selling their stocks for losses or for gains or whatever, and what are they going to put it into? I mean, you could put it into the US dollar, but if you don't trust the banks, well, buy physical gold. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah. I predicted gold. I mean, nobody's, like I said, nobody's going to reach off of gold probably, but it's a good hedge. You know, it's a good, you'll probably outperform the S&P 500 and probably the US dollar for the next 3 to 5 years at least. That was the, man, I think you could go, oh my, I didn't even realize, you already went below the freaking pandemic low on this, or almost. Man, oh man. 68%, yeah, this could be a good short. Apple is just a delayed effect, but just coming down. Trigger wave there. That's gonna, yeah. Let's give it time. Be patient with this. It will come down. So it's been 3 years since March of 2020. Let's see, yeah, 1, 2, 3 years. Almost feels like it's been longer, but just 3 years. Everything's pretty much back to normal. I mean, yeah. I'll see you, Tim. Yeah, I'm gonna get off to in a little bit. We looked at a lot. I don't know, some of the Forex pairs I've been keeping an eye on. This is going up even more, my God. That's wild. Look at that jump up here. This thing just keeps going up. Euro USD I want to look at. Come on. That could be a good short. That could definitely be a good short right now. You're getting a little jump, but I think you theoretically should come back home to these areas, you know. Right around there, I'm kind of thinking I should go to Europe around this time. It's going to take a while to get down there. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit earlier. Yeah. Will Circle affect Coinbase? I don't know. What happened with Circle? I didn't even hear about that. Let's say it's 80 view or 20 view. Yeah, now you're just toying around there. Yeah, so we talked about a lot. I mean, macro, still very bearish here. Real short term, I could see a bullish div, trigger wave on some of these, bring us up a little bit higher for Bitcoin. Maybe up to here over the weekend or some pumps, you know, some weird stuff happening. Really bullish case, you could come up to like 22. Kind of don't think you will. I think we're just going to generally continue downward in this path. But yeah, and then the next big place is going to be around 19K, 300 weekly moving average. It's pretty big, and in the high 18s. So yeah. What part of Europe would I visit? We've talked about this, you know. I want to go to Scandinavia. I want to go to France, maybe. And Ireland would be cool. Hold on. Oh my God. I don't know if that, yes, that would definitely affect Coinbase. That would probably affect Coinbase, yeah. Guys, smash the likes, yeah. Yeah, so that's more news that could make us start to dump down a bit. That was like, just happened? Just in, yeah. Is that on like, let's see here. Yeah, I gotta go to Ireland. Let's see. So it's not front page with the Coinbase thing, but we'll see what happens. Could be on Twitter. People are talking about it. Maybe. Let's see there. Yeah, anyway, nobody's even talking about it on Twitter, but oh, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna get off, but check out the link down below to MEXC. That is the best exchange right now, especially for fees, zero limit fees, low market fees, and really good promo going on right now. Pretty good odds to win $500 if you use my link and trade on there. Also, if you deposit at least $100, I will personally give you one free month in my exclusive Discord. That goes for any of the exchanges. Just shoot me a DM on Discord or tag me on Discord and tell me your like UID or your, excuse me, the email you used to sign up, and I will get that sorted for you. So yeah, and let's see, what else is there? If you guys are new, I use Market Cipher. That's the main indicator I use, or actually the only one. And there's a link down below, 20% off. Discount code BEARCUB20 with my link. You have to use my link for it to work. And let's see what else is there. I do have a course too. If you guys are new to all this, I think it's a really good beginner course. Link in the description below. A lot of trading strategies, risk management, trading psychology, all of that type of stuff down below. I think you guys are going to really like it. So yeah, check that out. Last but not least, hourly. Yeah, it's a bullish dip from here. Maybe get a little bit of relief here. Would make sense, but we will see. All right, guys.